All right. Welcome, everyone. Let's get started. This is our Yang Tai Chi short form class. So let's get a little bit warmed up before we get moving, starting with that wellness exercise, which is also the opening and closing of every form. Let's check in with our prepare. So the first thing we want to do is get a nice standing position, feet shoulders width apart. Take a look down, make sure that they're perfectly straight. So important here. I'll come a little bit closer, okay? Perfectly straight. Nice bend in your knees. Allows you to relax your lower back down. Hips are nice and level. We're not going to over tuck and have super bendy knees. We're not going to lock them out. We want to find that in between, okay? Arms to the side. Fingertips brush the sides of your thighs. But we want to imagine we have that little piece of fruit underneath the arms. Heads lifting up and shoulders hang down. So we have this length from the top of our head all the way down through our tailbone. So the first thing we do is we rotate our palms so that they face back. We inhale and lift the arms up to shoulder height and shoulder width. Remembering that we want length through the fingers. We don't want to have it too limp, really extend out. And now we go upper arms, forearms, and palms push down in front of the hips. So we go inhale up, exhale down. Welcome. Inhale up. And now we're going to bend into our legs. So everything working together. Push up and stand up. Sink down when the arms are going down. So when you're fully standing, the arms are at shoulder height, shoulder width. You stop bending when the hands are in front of the hips. Now, how low you go is really up to you. I want you to tune into your legs. Feel that push and then that sink, nice and heavy. We're light and airy through the arms. We want to feel like we're moving through water. This one's called like water's wave. So we want to feel a wave moving through the body. Starts in the foot, moves through the legs, the waist, out to the arms and fingertips. So full extension of the arms. You'd be surprised by having the arms fully lengthened out, how much exercise we really get out of this movement. We're really using all the muscles in our legs because our knees are staying in line with our toe direction as we sink down. Let's do two more. Deep breath. Remember, you're always going to move with your own breath. All right, last one. We stand up, arms return to the side position. We return to what we call our original position or prepare. Easy, right? That one's like, we've got it, okay? So your mission, or your challenge, I should say, is 5 minutes a day of Tai Chi. I'm gonna keep mentioning this in every class because I really want to drill this in, okay? Hi, welcome. 5 minutes a day is gonna change your life. That can be 5 minutes of this, okay? That's a great way to start, okay? So let's go over what a bow stance is again before we get started. All right, so feet are shoulder width apart. I'm gonna mirror you during this portion. So you're going to shift to your left. So that means move your weight over. Turn and open up your right toes 45 degrees or to the corner direction. You're gonna sink down. Remember to keep your knee in line with your foot. And you're gonna step straight out, touch with your heel, your ball of foot and your toes, and you immediately bend your knee. So your foot gets suction cupped to the ground. Now you're gonna push 60% of your weight into your front leg. The knee is going to be over the ankle, and typically we're gonna lean into it. There is another movement that we sit up. The first movement, we sit up vertical. This is hard to do because as soon as we turn our torso and we sit up vertical, our knee likes to come in, okay? So we want to open up and try to keep this knee in line while keeping our torso vertical. And then when we're leaning into it, our torso is usually straight. All right, let's do the other side. So starting from shoulders width apart. Shift to your right this time. Open up your left toes 45 degrees. Sink down. Now step straight out. Heel, ball of foot, toes touch, suction cup your foot to the ground. Feel the difference of having your knee locked out and no weight on that right foot versus having the knee bent and feeling connected to the ground. Now push. Like you're pushing something heavy. Imagine you're pushing into it, okay? You push into it. Yes. Feel your legs working, okay? So we really want to not just move like this, okay? This is doing a bow stance. I will tell you, this is doing a bow stance, but there is no intention there, okay? We want to feel we're pushing back, pushing forward. Okay, we want to feel like all of the muscles in our legs are working just as if our friend's car died and we have to push with all of our might, right? So you can imagine if you put your hands at your shoulders and you're leaning into your friend's car, you're going to lean into it, right? You're going to lean forward, you're going to dig deep, and everything's going to work at the same time. So we want to bring this into our practice, okay? We want to feel like we're pushing something heavy, even though we're not, okay? This is where the magic works. Yes, let's see it. Oh, it looks good. I see elbows and shoulders down too. That is just beautiful. Okay. So our bow stance is going to be every single movement of the form pretty much. Okay, we have 3 stances. We have bow stance and empty stance, 3 variations, and then our parallel stance. You've already learned 2 of them, okay? I want you to remember, this is our second class in this series. So we're going to review the first movement, and then we're going to move on to what's next, okay? So the first thing we did was prepare an opening. We just did that with like water's weight, okay? I want to work on our arm circles for a moment to bring into our practice, and then we're going to work on ward off left and then add the new movement, ward off right, okay? So we're going to hold our arms out for a moment so that we can gain space. And I want you to take your right arm on top and your left arm underneath. Now, as we do this, you want to think, yeah, we're holding a ball, but we want to have a little bit of space, okay? Our wrists are in line with our arms. The top palm is actually sitting a little bit because we're always imagining grabbing, okay? That's the meaning, we're grabbing. So now I want you to open, rotate on the shoulders and elbows, and we're going to close. Open and close. So I want you to focus in on what that bottom arm is doing. How can we have a nice circling? Oh, that looks so good. Yes. So eventually we'll keep that top arm out in front because it's reaching. And we're just going to circle back and forth. Back and forth. Nice. Oh, it's perfect. Okay. So now what would be the next portion of this? The up and down, right? So what we learned last week was this side, right hand on top, and we press down and we lift up, right? Yes. Okay, so that's going to be the movement that we're working on today. That's called ward off left. That's our review. And then we're going to do ward off right. So just to show you one time, because we have some people who are new, we have prepare, then we have opening. Okay, we know this well now. Then we have ward off left, okay? So if you want to follow along, turn to the side direction for a moment, okay? Or a little bit off of your screen, okay? Palms are sitting down in front. You're gonna shift to your left. You're gonna turn and open to the right. It's actually to corner direction, okay? I'm turning so you can see the arm. You're going to reach out with that right arm, and the left arm's gonna come underneath, and you step out straight for a bow stance. That's it. Yep, right arm on top, reaching, left arm underneath, and you're gonna press up and down. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes. So remember, grabbing up and down. Perfect. Okay. So here's the thing about learning a form over Zoom. Okay, I'm going to turn the other direction. This first movement specifically is a little bit harder because you can't see the arms like when I was just off of the angle here. Okay, so you're going to do your best, but then remember that today's movement, we're going to face a direction that you can easily see. So this first movement is actually one of the harder ones to learn because it's a vertical torso and you can't see the arms when I face the other direction, so we all move together. So give yourself grace. Maybe you just do the arms, maybe you just do the legs. We're gonna practice a few times and then talk about the next movement. So we start and prepare. I'm facing this direction so we all move together. Remember, a little puff underneath the arms. We're gonna rotate those palms and lift them up to shoulder height and shoulder width. We're going to stay standing as we go upper arms, forearms, and palms push down in front of the hips. You're going to shift to your left. Turn and open to your right. Reach the right arm out on top. Left arm comes underneath, and you're going to step directly out. 12 o'clock is what we say. Now you're going to push down with the right palm. Lift the left arm up, bow stance. In the final posture, the left arm should be to 3 o'clock. Right hand sitting in front of your hip like it's on a table. Vertical torso, so we're not leaning. Sit upright. Nice bow stance. Let's see. Yes. Okay, the one thing to note is with the left arm, we really want to extend it out. We want to have one line, wrist, elbow, and shoulder all the way. Perfect. Okay. So I know you're not here for martial arts, but I want you to know the meaning so that you know where your body should be. Okay, so a lot of the Yang style Tai Chi is warding off energy, connecting to our opponent, and controlling their arms. So we're imagining we're grabbing someone's wrist and we're going to take their elbow over the center of the forearm. So would we complete the whole movement to here? Not necessarily. It might be a little bit smaller. So we're going to grab the wrist and control the elbow to get our opponent to go where we want them to go. Okay, so grab with the right arm and control over the center of your left forearm. Nice. Yes, center. And then this hand ends up here in the form, right at our hips. But in martial arts, it would be a little bit closer. Okay, but for the sake of being standard, we place it on a table at our hip and we have our left arm all the way out. Perfect. Yeah, extended. So here's the thing you didn't know about Tai Chi. When you're here in class for 45 minutes, you are holding your arms up for 45 minutes. If your shoulders burn slightly by the end of class, you're killing it. If the legs are shaking, you're doing even more, and I love it. All right, let's do it again. From prepare, ward off left. All right, nice starting position. Feet shoulders width apart, head lifting up, little piece of fruit under the arms. Opening, rotate, lifting up. Shoulder height, shoulder width. Upper arms, forearms, palms, sink down. Shift left, turn and open to the right. Reach out with that right arm, left arm bends underneath, and you step to 12 o'clock, straight out in front. Press down with the right palm, lift up with the left arm. Ward off left. Yes. Oh, it looks good. Okay, let's do it one more time. All right. Remember, repetition is key, right? So from prepare. Rotate and lift. Shoulder height, shoulder width. Upper arms, forearms, palms, sink down. Shift to the left so you can turn on your right heel. Reach out with the right arm, bend the left arm underneath and step out. Press down with the right, lift that left arm up, ward off left. Nice bow stance, hand at the hip, left arm really extended, vertical torso, and we're looking towards the 3 o'clock direction. Yes, I love what I see. I love it. Okay, You ready for the next movement? All right. So if you've been with me on the journey of the traditional hand form, we already know this section of movements, okay? This is called grasping the bird's tail, and it's a group of 5 movements that interact with each other. The next one in this sequence is called ward off right. So I just want you to watch, okay? So we're going from ward off left, all right? We're here, we're shift, and we turn everything together. We're gonna rotate both arms, close the arms, and step out to 3 o'clock. And we're gonna hinge that right arm up, press down with the left palm, ward off right. Nice. Okay, remember, we're gonna break it down now. That's just a demo so you can see what's going on, okay? I'm gonna do it facing you. So again, just watch. I just want you to see, okay? I want you to see how the whole body turns together. So we shift and watch. Leg, waist, arms, everything turns. Then we're gonna shift back. We're gonna close and we're gonna step and then go up and down as we move forward. Okay, so essentially we're going from bow stance to bow stance, all right? It's how we get there that we wanna check on. So we're gonna start to 12 o'clock and we're gonna go to 3 o'clock. So starting in prepare, give yourself a nice stance, right foot to the corner, sink and step out. I want you to check. Can you shift back and pick up? If you had to drag, step a little bit smaller, okay? Now from here, we're going to shift enough weight to our right leg that we can turn that left foot to the corner direction. So both feet are going to the corner for a second, okay? They should be parallel. Nice. Shift now to the left. You're gonna draw your foot in first, and then you're gonna step bow stance out to 3 o'clock. Now normal bow stance, moving the weight forward. All right, check. Move your left foot to straight. Do you have 2 lines, right? So that means from this way and I turn, it's 2 lines, we're not crossed. Okay, we only have 2 legs. We wanna get stability left and right by having 2 lines between our feet. Good, I love when I see you check. So awesome, let's do it again. Sink into that right leg, corner direction. Step out with the left foot, bow stance. Remember the torso is vertical. We're not leaning into it, we're nice and tall. Okay, shift enough weight back that you can turn on your left heel. Okay, shift your weight all the way to your left leg. Draw that right foot in and then step it out. Move forward. How do we do? Knee over ankle, leaning into it slightly. All right, now check, can you pick up? Oh, I didn't see anyone drag or wobble. Yes. Okay. So remember, a lot of us are here for balance, right? Balance comes through ability to change, right? That flexibility in our footwork. We gain that through moving very slowly. That challenges us and makes us use micro muscles in our legs, okay? The other thing that we really need to check for is with our balance, we don't want to just fall into things, okay? And then be stuck, right? Okay, that's not going to help us with our balance. That's going to make us more wobbly. So every time you sink into a leg, I want you to just naturally touch your heel to the ground and then connect your foot and then move forward. This is going to be different for every single person, okay? We're all going to have 2 lines between our feet, right? That's going to be about the same. What's going to be different for every single person is the length of the stance. This is a great bow stance. This is a great bow stance. Also great. Okay, everyone is going to have a different length of stance. That stance length is going to change every day. What's most important is alignment in your lower body, using your legs fully, maintaining balance, being steady on your feet, okay? Taking care of yourself first and foremost, okay? Do we feel good on the leg? I got a half a nod. Okay, let's do it again. From what we call ward off left, okay? Left leg forward, bow stance. Shift back to the right leg, turn that left foot. Feet are parallel. Nice. Shift to the left so you can step out to 3 o'clock. Move forward. Lean into it. Remember, we're leaning, something heavy. There it is. Okay. All right. So for the arms. All right. The first thing I want to note before we break down the arms is the first portion of this is shift back and everything's going to turn. Okay. So leg, waist, arms, all turn. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. That's a big part of this movement. Okay. So when we get to this part, I don't want to see shift and then leg and then arms. I don't want to see arms and then legs. Whole body. Everything turns. So now what happens is this left arm is kind of in front where we're going to 3 o'clock, okay? Drop the left arm. The right arm's easier. We're going to take this palm from sitting on a table. We're going to use our elbow and we're going to bend it underneath in this position, okay? We're bending the arm. Now from here, it's staying close into the body. You're going to hinge it up. So we're just hinging up. This is all we're doing. Hinge. Okay, hinging up. Now, when we end up in the final position, we want to make sure we have our elbows sinking down. This is one of our 10 principles of practice, shoulders and elbows sinking down. If you're here, we're causing tension. Sink it down. Let it relax a little bit. Yes, we're using our muscles, but we still want to relax, okay? So from your hip, sitting on a table, hi. Bend it, come underneath, and then ward off right. 15 minutes, okay? All right, so from here, bend underneath, hinge it up and down. All right, good. That side's easy, right? All right, so left arm, ready? This one's a little bit more complicated, right? So remember, we've turned the whole body. Good. We're gonna imagine you're connecting to someone and you're gonna grab. So what does that mean? Rotate the whole arm together, okay? We wanna go from here, we're connecting with someone and we're grabbing, okay? This is really important in our practice. We wanna learn what this grabbing movement is, okay? Yes, that's it, grab, grab. So we're imagining, I'm gonna mirror you for a second. Connect, think you're connecting to someone's arm, right? Turn and grab. Yes, that was great. Okay, there's a big difference because in this form, we're thinking about using the center of our forearms a lot. Okay, why? This is a very strong part of the body. Okay, so we want to connect here and then we're going to grab. So we're going to kind of rotate on this point to show grabbing. Okay, we're not using our hands. We're not connecting with the gentle part of our wrist here, right? We can like mess things up. We want to use the meat of our bones and then we're going to grab our opponent's arm. That's the meaning. Nice. Okay, so from here, we think grab. We're going to come back to center, and then this is pretty easy too. We're just going to press down a little bit. Okay, so what does that mean? It's hard to see without the other arm. Okay, so from here, from our reaching out, we're going to press down. Okay, I'm going to go from the normal direction now. Okay, so left arm's out in front, right arm's underneath. We think we're grabbing, we've grabbed, and we're going to press up and down. Yes, okay? So remember, the right arm doesn't change. It's just in this hinge position with the palm facing the sky. It's just going to come up and down, okay? This one's just moving up and down. This left arm is just going to press down. So true Tai Chi fashion, one up, one down, up and down. Yes. Here, grabbing, up and down. God. One more time. Imagine we've grabbed, press down, lift up, and hold. Okay, I'm going to talk for a second. I want you to see. Fingertips point to the center of our forearm. Why? We're grabbing our opponent's wrist, controlling their elbow here. So we want to have about a fist distance from our fingertips to our forearm, showing the meaning of grabbing and then up and down. There it is. Grab, up and down. Yes. So remember again, for visually, grabbing our opponent's wrist, pushing on their elbow, right? So we're using this up and down by pushing the wrist down, hinging the elbow up, right? So think about their arm would be extended like this. So because someone would be punching, right? So it'd be a full punch and you would take their arm and it would hinge like this. If you have grandkids or kids that are willing to let you, seriously, have some fun with them. They think it's hilarious. It's like the best thing ever. You will be the coolest grandparent around or coolest parent, okay? Best thing in the world right there. All right. So let's just do the arms a couple of times before we try to put it with the legs, right? Key is practice. So remember, left arms out in front, right hands by the hip, okay? What's the first thing we do? We turn our whole body. The arms don't change. Okay, now both arms are going to rotate together. So remember that grab. We're going to grab with the left arm and the right fingers point down. Now we're going to bend the right elbow and close the left arm. So we're reaching out in front. Now go up and down. Remember, left fingers point to the right forearm. Yes. Okay, do it again. Left arm, right palm. Okay, first thing, everything turn. Then we're going to rotate both arms. So left palm down, right fingertips down. Then we hinge, bend that right arm. The left arm, we say, comes to center. Then it's up and down. So use your hinge and press down with the left palm. Nice. Yep, so looks good. All right, one more time with the arms, and we're going to try and put it together. We're going to practice a lot, don't worry. Left arm out, right hand by the hip. Turn, rotate, close, up and down. Nice. Okay. This is where we try to put it together. So remember, we're going to hit checkpoints, okay? We're going to do what we call Kodak moments, or things that you can do to check on your practice, okay? Remember to give yourself grace. Learning Tai Chi is not easy, okay? Every class you're going to learn something new and you're going to get a little bit better. Just go with the flow. That is Tai Chi, right? It's that flow. So I want you to encourage you to just go with the flow and enjoy the moment. All right, so from ward off left. Nice bow stance. Left arms out in front, right hands at your hip. Perfect. All right, shift to the right. Turn your whole body, like waist arms. All right, as you shift back to the left, we're going to rotate both arms. Perfect. Now we're going to close and we're going to step out. This is our checkpoint. So we've got our foot connected to the ground, our left arm's out in front, our right arm's underneath. We're reaching, like this is like our setup, right? We're connected to our opponent, and then we're going to control their arm over. Now, final posture. Remember, lean into it. Elbow and knee in line. Super important, okay? So a lot of the times we'll see this, okay? This is the difference from here to here. We want everything going to 3 o'clock. So our torso is going to be open, not totally to the corner, but kind of. Elbow and knee in line is the big one here. Left palm's kind of turned up. Right fingers point to the center of the forearm, looking towards 3 o'clock. Yes. So left palm seated like this. Right arm is bent. So bend that right arm and have it in front. So if I turn this direction, this is what it looks like. Yes. I'm going to mirror you for 1 second, okay? I see someone, okay? Right arm. Bend. Show me your right arm. Okay, perfect. Left hand is right here. Yes, that's the end posture, okay? So you're reaching out with that left arm, okay? That right arm's underneath, right? So it's getting set up. We're grabbing, and we're gonna go up and down. Perfect, reverse it, come back. So we're imagining grabbing with our left arm, right arm's bent, up and down. There it is. We've nailed it now. Here, grabbing, setting up underneath. Remember, you're just hinging. Hinge up and down. Yes, there it is. You got it now, okay? Remember, it's super hard, right? Tai Chi is like the hardest thing for our brains. Unless you have a dance background, then it's a lot easier because you've learned a lot of movements, right, before. So giving yourself grace. We're going to move through this a couple of times, okay? So from ward off left to ward off right, and then we're going to link it all together. All right, so nice starting position. Remember, right foot corner, stepping out straight, left arm, right hand. All right, ready? Shift to the right. Turn everything to the left. Rotate both arms, close and step. Hinge that arm up and press down with the left palm. Yes. Let's do it again. All right, sinking into the right, step out with the left. Vertical torso. Left arm reaches, right hand at the hip. Perfect. Shift back. Turn everything, leg, waist, arms. Perfect. Next step, rotate. Close and step up and down. Elbow and knee in line, leaning into it. Ward off right. Yes. Looking good. Let's do it one more time, just these two, okay? Ward off left. Shift and turn. Rotate. Close. Step up and down. Ward off right. Feeling good? Do we have any big questions? How are we feeling? I see someone close to the screen.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When we shift, I get off balance when I go from my right foot and lift up my right foot, and my weight is on my left foot. I'm really off balance there. So I need practice there. You know, when
Practice
we shift
for sure. Yeah, from when we shift and then we shift back, right? And then we step out, okay? Couple of things, all right? First, check the length of your stance before we get started, okay? If it's difficult for you to pick up this way and step back, it's gonna be difficult for you to pick up this way too, okay? So that's the first thing, maybe shorten the stance that way. The other thing is the width, okay? So if we're on one line, it might actually be almost a little bit easier. The width of the stance is going to affect your balance, okay? What I want you to think is when you shift over, shift everything nice and slow, like pouring water into another jug, okay? We want to draw the foot in first and then step it out, okay? Because we don't want to do this. We don't want to shift and then go kaplunk, to the new direction, right? So we want to move slowly and level. So don't stand up. That will cause the balance to be a little bit off too. Go level, pick up, and then out, and move forward. A little bit better? Nice. Yes. Okay. It just takes time. So remember, typically one leg is always stronger than the other. Okay. So there's always going to be one side that it's a little bit more off balance than the other. Okay. What can we do? We can practice, push, and support. Okay. Push and support. Use the muscles. Imagining using the legs. Pick up and step out, right? And just get used to this transition. Remember, what did I tell you? We can transition to any direction, right? This is the fun stuff for those of you that have been here, right? Oh, now I want to go this way. And we learn all these different changes, right? Doing that on a daily basis and just having fun with it, really good for you. There's your 5 minutes while talking on the phone, real quick, promise. All right. So let's practice from open or from prepare, opening, ward off left, ward off right. All right. So opening, lift and rotate, shoulder height, shoulder width. Upper arms go down, forearms, and then palms push down to the hips. Shift left, turn it open to the right. Reach out with the right arm, bend that left arm underneath and step. Press down and lift up. Ward off left. Reaching out, right hand at the hip. Shift back, turn. Everything together. Rotate both arms. Like water pouring one jug into the other. Draw that right foot in and step out. Up and down with the arms, ward off right. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, let's do it. 3 more times. All right, burning it in. Prepare. Opening, rotate and lift. Sinking down. Shift left. Turn to your right. Right arm reaches. Left arm bends and we step. Lift and press down. Shift. Turn. Both arms rotate. Close. Step. Up and down. Ward off right. Yes. Feeling better, right? Remember, repetition is key. That's why we have videos for you to check out later, okay? Let's do it 2 more times. All right, prepare. Opening, shoulder height, shoulder width, and press down. Shift, turn. Reach out with the right, bend the left. Step. Lift that left arm up, lengthen it. Press down with the right, hand to the hip. Shift, turn everything together, leg, waist, arm. Rotate, close, and step, up and down. Yes, yes, yes. 1 more. Let's do it. Prepare. Opening, rotate and lift. And sink down. Shift, turn. Reaching out to grab and step. Press down, lift up, nice long left arm. Shift right, turn everything together. Rotate, close, and step out. Left arm's on top, right arm's underneath, up and down. Ward off right. Nice. Yes, you got it. All right. So 5 minutes a day. That's your goal in life right now, okay? Remember, we're building slowly. We're gonna be reviewing every single week, okay? And this is just the beginning of the form, so we're gonna work on this together, all right? Okay, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me.